Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Roman Reigns and CM Punk both wanted revenge on Paul Heyman after he chose to side with Seth Rollins in their main event match on night 1 of WrestleMania 41. Punk was betrayed as Heyman was not only his best friend, but also extremely instrumental in launching his WWE career. Reigns felt betrayed because the Wiseman chose Punk over him. However, he had previously mistreated Heyman, even P-facing him and pushing him to the ground just a week before the show of shows. After Heyman and Rollins revealed Braun Breaker as their newest ally, the tribal chief and best in the world were left lifeless in the ring. Reigns could retaliate against Paul Heyman in any of the next 5 ways. Roman Reigns has relied on Paul Heyman more than any of his other advocates. Brock Lesnar is a close second, but Heyman and Punk were a duo rather than a boss and employee. The tribal chief claimed to respect Heyman's guidance and wisdom, but he always made the final decision. Since he has shown that he isn't as strategic as he thinks he is, he could bring someone to his side who is family by blood. If Reigns needs guidance from the elders, he could bring Ricochet to his side. The Hall of Famer is the father of Solo Sikoa and the Usos, and has been vocal on social media throughout the Bloodline saga. Throughout the last 2 years, The Rock has been loyal to Roman Reigns. He acknowledged him as his tribal chief and teamed with him at WrestleMania 40. The final boss made a huge deal about appearing again ahead of the Showcase of the Immortals without a payoff. He is technically a heel, but he has never targeted his cousin. Since the relationship was left on good terms, Reigns could use his status and converse with his cousin about the Heyman situation. The Rock could then fire the Wiseman on Roman's behalf. It feels like WWE is headed toward another team-up for CM Punk and Roman Reigns. Punk agreed to assist the LG Bloodline at War Games, but only if Heyman owed him a favor. The team won and appeared to leave on good terms. Reigns was then surprised when Punk eliminated him from Royal Rumble, which is every man for himself. He would have gladly done the same. Since both friends/rivals feel betrayed by Heyman and his new alliance, they could join forces to face Rollins and Breaker at Backlash in May. This could lead to another addition to the new group. With Gunther shoving Michael Cole and choking Pat McAfee, perhaps WWE is putting all non-combatants on notice. Their words and actions have consequences, and they should watch what they say, do, and whom they blindly support. Roman Reigns is now alone despite Bloodline members being present on both Raw and SmackDown. He could be without a plan and might take the drastic measure of kidnapping Heyman. Stars have invaded their rivals' homes, and abductions happen every now and then. It's what he does if he takes his former Wiseman hostage will have everyone talking. The easiest thing bookers could do is reunite the LG Bloodline once more. Each star has taken a different path, with Jey Uso currently enjoying the most success as World Heavyweight Champion. Sami Zayn is a member of Raw, while Jimmy Uso appears whenever he likes, despite being a member of SmackDown. Roman and Punk will likely battle against Heyman's new alliance for a few months before anything bigger happens. If the tribal chief takes a few months off, he could return to set up another War Games match with the LG Bloodline. His side could face off against Rollins and whoever else Heyman adds to his stable. The WWE Universe is still reeling after the shocking revelation that Paul Heyman has aligned himself with a new and powerful faction, leaving Roman Reigns blindsided and seemingly without his most trusted advisor. The dynamic between Reigns and Heyman has always been complicated, but their mutual respect and strategic dominance over WWE was undeniable for years. Now, with Heyman throwing his weight behind a new entity, reportedly composed of rising stars and dangerous veterans, the question looms large: what will Roman Reigns do next? The former undisputed WWE Universal Champion doesn't take betrayal lightly. His silence since the announcement speaks volumes, but sources close to the situation indicate that Roman is plotting something big. Here are 5 electrifying directions Roman Reigns could take as he prepares to strike back at Paul Heyman's betrayal and reassert his dominance over the WWE landscape. First, and perhaps most symbolic, Roman could launch an aggressive recruitment campaign of his own. While the bloodline structure has been shaken since WrestleMania 41, it is far from dissolved. Reigns could look to strengthen his foundation by recruiting new allies who are ready to fight by his side against Heyman's new faction. Imagine Reigns shocking the world by shaking hands with bitter rivals like Seth Rollins or even AJ Styles. There's even murmurs backstage that Roman has reached out to Braun Breaker, who recently lost his Intercontinental Championship in a brutal match at WrestleMania. Breaker's explosive strength, youth, and intensity could be exactly the kind of force Reigns needs to rebuild his kingdom. The idea of Roman assembling a supergroup, something akin to a modern-day Four Horsemen, has reportedly been floated during private creative meetings. Whether it's Breaker, Jacob Fatu, or even Carmelo Hayes, the move would make one thing crystal clear: Roman Reigns refuses to go to war alone. Another possible path for retaliation is for Reigns to hit Heyman where it hurts the most: his reputation. With the stroke of a microphone and a camera, Reigns could publicly dismantle the myth of Paul Heyman as the wise man. Heyman has always prided himself on being the brain behind the brawn, the chess master orchestrating dominance from behind the curtain. Roman, once his top general, could destroy that illusion by revealing what really went on behind the scenes. Did Heyman manipulate the bloodline into dysfunction? Did he plant seeds of doubt between Reigns and Solo Sikoa, or even Jey and Jimmy Uso? Reigns, with all his charisma and credibility, could expose Heyman as a power-hungry snake who latched onto champions to stay relevant. A scorched earth promo from Reigns on an episode of SmackDown or Raw could reframe Heyman from mastermind to parasite and turn the tide of public opinion fast. Such a narrative-driven retaliation would electrify the WWE universe, especially if backed up with flashbacks and never-before-seen footage or testimonials from former allies. Roman may also seek to dismantle Heyman's new faction piece by piece. We've seen this kind of surgical destruction before from the tribal chief. One by one, Reigns could pick off the members of Heyman's alliance, targeting them in matches, backstage segments, and even personal storylines that blur the line between reality and kayfabe. If the group includes stars like Damian Priest, JD McDonough, or a returning Brock Lesnar, then Roman's path will be dangerous, but very personal. Imagine Reigns interfering in the main event of a premium live event just to cost one of Heyman's allies a championship. Or envision him brutally ambushing a faction member backstage, saying only, "Tell your new wise man I'm coming." Each attack would serve as a message: betray me and you're next. By destroying the faction from within, Reigns would send Heyman into a spiral of doubt and fear, undoing his new project before it can even take off. A more psychological and long-game approach could see Roman Reigns biding his time, staying in the shadows while quietly orchestrating chaos. This version of Roman isn't about instant revenge. He's about legacy. He may decide that taking down Heyman isn't just about violence or retribution. It's about building something so dominant that Heyman's new vision pales in comparison. Reigns could go on a redemption arc of sorts, not just reclaiming a title, but redefining what it means to be the head of the table. By returning to his roots, embracing the Samoan legacy with renewed focus, and letting his performances do the talking, Roman could remind the WWE Universe, and Heyman, why he was once untouchable. This approach could include emotional promos, tribute gear, and a narrative shift from evil emperor to fallen king who rises again. And when the time is right, maybe it's SummerSlam or Survivor Series, Roman could strike, decimating Heyman's faction on a grand stage while holding a new title aloft. Finally, Roman Reigns could do what only a few in WWE history have ever truly done: end Paul Heyman's career. This isn't about titles or respect, it's personal. The betrayal cuts deep, and Reigns may want to close the book on Heyman once and for all. If Roman challenges Heyman to one final confrontation, perhaps in a promo war, or by orchestrating a match where Heyman is forced to face public humiliation, the stakes would be historic. Think back to when Steve Austin challenged Vince McMahon, or when Triple H took down legacy threats to NXT. The personal vendetta storyline could culminate in Heyman being banished from WWE by stipulation. It would be emotional, brutal, and unforgettable. Such a climax could happen on the grandest stage of them all, WrestleMania 42. Picture this: Reigns standing over a defeated Heyman, looking straight into the camera and saying, "The bloodline doesn't end with you. It begins again without you." That moment would become an all-time classic in WWE lore. The truth is, Roman Reigns has never been one to react impulsively. Every move is calculated. And while Heyman may think he's escaped Roman's reach, history tells us otherwise. This betrayal won't go unanswered. Whether Reigns recruits new allies, exposes Heyman's manipulations, surgically destroys his new faction, redefines his own legacy, or delivers a career-ending finale, one thing is certain: Roman Reigns is coming. And when he strikes, the WWE Universe will never forget it. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our WWE official YouTube channel for more update news.